So the entirety of the black internet has been melting down for about 4 days now because one single solitary black man, me, did not like the Kendrick Lamar halftime performance.
Nobody's melting down because you in particular didn't like the Super Bowl performance. I haven't actually talked to you directly, so hi Rob. The reason why people are giving you smoke is because we're fucking disgusted with people like you. We're disgusted with people who can look at a performance like what we just saw, that's something that's demonstrating through artistic reference, through everything, actual shit that has happened and the actual correct history and interpretation of what has happened between America and the black community. And you are a paid liar who's supposed to obfuscate and make us not believe what actually happened did happen. Your first criticism that you made was saying that you didn't like the performance because the songs weren't mainstream enough and the white people you were hanging out with didn't understand what was going on. Because you're a dumb fuck. You don't even understand that, like, it being more mainstream would be exactly what Uncle Sam in the performance was trying to get Kendrick to be. And if you understood as a nigga where the history of rap is and hip-hop and storytelling or whatever, you would be able to start grasping why it wasn't just mainstream celebrate the hit. But because Kendrick came out there and did something that actually had some deeper thought behind it, beyond just, you know, the normal choreography and how to make shit sound that usually goes into a Super Bowl performance, you didn't like it, and one of your parameters you used was to judge whether or not the white people around you actually fuck with it. We're disgusted because people like you will not be in the headlines unless you come out as the one good black person who says the thing that nobody else is saying. Not because it is actually genuinely expected of the black community to believe one thing, but because you believing that thing in particular makes you money because you get to be the one black person who's breaking with the community, not out of a general principled stance, but because you have to be the one that condemns your own people at all costs, and that's the only way these people will ever pay attention to you. There's nothing that says that as a black person you can't relax your hair and sit on the internet and spew anti-black nonsense with a smile on your face. But in the same way we wouldn't like a white person doing exactly that, we don't like y'all either. It's not because we're trying to force you to believe something or we're all in lockstep. You summarize the performance as blackity black, I'm blacker than you. You're dumb as fuck. If you had a nuanced, multi-level critique that was serious, then we'd take you serious. But you went and stood shoulder to shoulder with the people who are representative of your ideology that you push every day, and they called you slurs. Because when you break it down to its most basic form, that's your ideology. And that's why we think it's fucking nonsensical that someone black could believe that shit. Ironically, for a group of people in thought that claim that they're the ones who are not the actual victims and everyone else keeps playing the victim card, you guys play the victim card 99% of the time. No one strapped you to a bed and said you have to give a fuck about the plight of black people and brown people and women.